Good morning. We just got back inside. Huh. Good morning. He's too far. I love to pull his ears out. He just looks so nonchalant, darling. Say good morning to the sweet ladies. He looks like such a thug. Oh, and he's such a cuddle bunny. Really, honestly. I don't know. Honestly, I don't go for looks like that. I always get the sweet looking collie shepherd look. Oh, but he is so sweet and loyal. Oh, such a good one. He played, look at that. He is asleep. He played hard with Hudson yesterday. And we both slept like babies last night. You know, that's one of the main topics for older people. How to sleep. and then we dissect our night's sleep. Well, not all of us. Some of us. So, anyway, here's what I wanted to talk about today. There are some of us who need our tribe. And sometimes our tribe has to know us a little better than we know ourselves to be helpful. Excuse me. Timing's everything. Like when I have to blow my nose. It must be from getting up, running around. And sitting down. Oh, what smells prettier? Rose water on the face. Oh, love it. Love it. Okay, we are not lone wolves, which is ridiculous because wolves are hardly ever alone, right? You see me, like I'm so repetitive. Everything I know, nothing of it is new. Put a little of this on. Nothing I say is new or original. I might just have a little different wording. It's so funny when somebody gets to be known by giving a quote when it sounds so generic that, people say it almost every single day or every week or every year. Often enough to where you're like, why would anybody be known to have quoted that? Anyway, like, never give up. Like, I think it was Churchill, was it? That got quoted as saying that. And then somebody else said, never, 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 ever give up. And this, it was just like, oh, stop it. Okay, I'm on a tangent. What am I going to wear today? It's a little humid today, so I'm going to use my Woke Up Like This dupe that I got from Temu. Oh, by the way, I checked my credit card, and I nickeled and dimed myself pretty hard through Temu the last several months. Not that I didn't get some things I really liked, like this shirt. I showed you in my Temu reviews. I showed you these shirts. I really like these shirts. And my fleece Sherpa leggings. Oh, totally worth every penny and more. The foundations that I've gotten so far, all enjoyed. Lipsticks, enjoyed. Mascara, it wasn't a perfect dupe. The bras, I could spend a little more on the ones at Dollar General and been probably happier. Remember, you can double up on those bras for a little extra lift. If you don't want to wear a lift bra when you go out in public, like I don't need a lift bra when I'm just at home. That's the honest truth. And it's going to be humid today. So I know this makeup isn't one of the most moisturizing, but it will definitely do today. Matter of fact, wipe my hands off first. I'm going to take this shirt off because I'm feeling the humidity. You know, I used to have some wonderful shirts that I could slip over my head that I really liked. I can't even remember them now, but it was a whole thing when I had to go to these thin black 3/4 sleeves to cover my flab, and so I wouldn't have to like strip all the way down. It just makes life so much easier to wear something I can feel confident on and I can always layer. I went to a book study last night and women were saying, oh, they're hot, or oh, they're cold. You know, last night it was cold. And I was thinking, I had 3 layers on. I felt pretty good. But I'm prepared with 3 layers so I can peel them off, because I never know if I'm going to be cold or hot. I think I need a little more on my neck now that I'm looking at it. I'm going to use a brush for that. Ooh, goodness sakes, I made them. Make sure these lids are nice and tight, ladies. Holy cow, how did that mess happen? I don't know. I will say, oh, back to the topic. We all need a tribe that we can talk to vent to in a healthy way, or sometimes in a messy, awful, better vent in front of them than the person you're really mad at. Otherwise, the cops might get called. Kind of, whoopsie. Didn't hurt, but didn't mean to do that. They didn't mean, anyway, sometimes getting to vent doesn't have to be healthy, right? We already talked about how venting is not always helpful. But sometimes it's better than doing something crazy and going to jail. I was just thinking that, Frankie, I knew this was coming. Okay, I'm going to let him out, because once he starts, there's too much stimuli. Come on, let's go. Come on. Frankie, come. Frankie, come. Frankie, come. Let's go, Frank. Okay, watch the house. Watch the house. Be a good boy. I had to go clear down to the other side of the house. He wouldn't believe me. He's smart. Because if I just go to the door or down the hall, he won't budge. Did you see him? I'll have to watch the video. Don't get lippy. I heard that. Watch the house, Frankie. Be a good boy. Anyway. There are a lot of people who really mess up. Really mess up. Because they have friends that basically egg them on. They're like, oh yeah, you're right. You don't deserve to be treated like that. How dare they? Yeah, I'd kick their butt too. Or, I'm trying not to use too much powder because my face is getting so dry. So, what we need are friends that we can vent to that will actually talk us off the ledge. Let us vent, but then be able to say things like, I get that you're mad, but now let's go work out or go for a walk or what have you. There's a point where if your friends are mature enough, they can help you understand that anger needs to get put under control. Period. You can't keep the anger going, or it could get dangerous. Anger is a poison. Period. If you can't get your anger under control, you have work to do. That's it. Where's my... This little guy needs a beeper on it. That's all I have to say about that. So, for instance, a woman's complaining about her husband all the time to her friends. Well, let's back up. It's not all the time. Let's say after 2 times, the 3rd time, the friends are saying, wow, do you think you married the wrong guy? Oh my God, what are you going to do? Do you think he's cheating? Now, let's say he's not cheating, or let's say turns out he is cheating. After a while, here's the deal. Some relationships get even better after they've worked through the process of healing from cheating. That's the truth. Sometimes, they're trying to, gosh, I am really rosy-cheeked today. I better check my blood pressure. Sometimes, like myself, after someone's cheated, the work I had to do to get over the grief helped me grow as a person and closer to God. That's the truth. Why am I? Okay, fine, I'm putting powder on. Sometimes there's just no way to support a friend who's in a very abusive relationship, one especially physically, someone who gaslights. I'm not talking about that kind of marriage. I'm talking about someone like myself or your average relationship. Friends need to be able to help remind them why you're in this relationship, what you're getting from the relationship, what would happen if you left the relationship, what do you have to do to prepare to leave the relationship, things like that. And it goes the same for a job or anything else, is figure out, be around people who get you and understand your goals and understand what it's like to be out in the world by yourself. It's a lot different, let me tell you, than... So a lot of people don't understand what it's like to be by themselves. They've never experienced that. They've always had brothers or sisters or parents or very strong connections. I, for one, have moved around too much to have long-term connections that really know me and know how to support me. And I'm not good at... I'm kind of a isolator when I'm going through hard times. And also, I'm kind of an introvert. So when we talk about, I mean, there aren't a lot of people, I suppose, who can truly say they don't have family to rely on. I mean, if I was going through a hard time, had nowhere to go, I can tell you this, I might have a family member that might put me up in a hotel for a night or two, but they're not inviting me over for dinner. Well, I might have one brother who might do that. Invite me over for dinner. But let's see. What we need are people who can help understand that we need to be able to work on choices and selective memory, increase our pain tolerance without losing complete dignity and sanity. If that can be done, so be it. If it cannot be done, then said friend needs to help support you through crossing all of those T's. Because it's going to be a scary road. And I'll tell you for sure, the stuff that's going down today in this world in the last, 3 years has been, well, a little terrifying. Let's just be honest. With the politics behind every decision, follow the money. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say on that. I think that's what gets me in trouble with some of my, I'll call them very Christian friends and my left friends, is that sometimes I don't explain myself very well. I'm not trying to make some kind of crazy statement. I'm not trying to get myself thrown in jail or trying to offend anybody's sensibilities. All I'm saying is, when it comes to, we'll just say this one thing. This is one thing. This is one thing that you'll see me venting really loud about, is all the people who had to die by themselves. That shouldn't have happened. It's one of the cruelest things you can do to somebody, is lock them away to where they're going to die by themselves. And for the people who love them to know that they don't mind signing up to get a little sick because they're basically healthy. They've thought it through and they've made some choices and decided the choice was worth it. That is one of those things that I still get triggered by. And I want to send out love in the universe. I want to send out positive energy for healing. But there's parts of me, cells in my body, that holds grudges. And that's why it's good to have friends who can talk you off the ledge. And if nothing else, say, you know what, we're not going to make sense out of this today or next year or maybe ever in our lifetime. So let's drop it. Let's just drop it. Sometimes that's all you can do, right? So getting back to relationships or jobs. Is it the perfect job, perfect relationship? No, sometimes far from it. But I can tell you, sometimes you're in a position to where you're like, well, if I can correct my mind and my heart, I know my body is safe for the most part, right? We hope. But sometimes it's worth staying because the options. Why is this? Oh, my lid is screwed up. It won't tighten all the way down. Huh. All right, let's get thrown away. And now it's just this. Okay. All right. Mama's got to go. So seek out friends and even maybe make an agreement. Let's agree that if one of us is going crazy, we'll help protect each other. Oh my God, I think I overdid it. Sorry, God. Didn't mean to say that. Yeah, I had one of my friends at the book study, the Christian book study that I went to, talked to me about my cussing last night. She was so freaking tactful about it. Oh my God. Sorry, God. One of the sweetest things. But now, of course, I'm going to cuss more than ever. Just because it's on top of mind. I don't know. Let's take a breath. Before we start our day, set our intentions to be loving and understanding and be a conduit for love, or at least release. Let it go. Be safe. Be as happy as possible. And if not happy, then content. At least just for today. No stupid decisions today. Because we want to make sure everything is prepared before any changes are made. Right? All right. Love you. Mwah. Bye for now.